And it's a weather impact alert day because we have some changes. A system is on the way.
So what's the timing on this, Rob? When it'll kind of hit the metro?
I think we've got another few hours before this is going to arrive. I think 2 to 3, but we are in a critical time frame because what's happening is now I'm watching what's developing to the west so I can see the mode. And what I mean by that is, are these rotating storms? Are these hail producers? Are these severe wind producers? And right now we do have this tornado watch that's in place to our west, which includes many of our western Indiana counties. However, what we are seeing to our west is the storms are starting to develop and produce tornadoes. We had a confirmed tornado a little bit earlier, very close to Peoria, just to the south and west of Peoria within this line. We're also seeing some gusty winds, hence a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. What Angela and I are watching right now is the storms that are actually developing a little farther to the south, because as they move north and east, that would put them in central Indiana. So it's really going to be this area that we'll have to keep our eye on. Now take a look at this. 76 for St. Louis. 39 for Kansas City. If this doesn't tell you what spring is like in the Midwest, I don't know what will. Temperatures really warming ahead of this. This is what those storms are feeding off of. I'm encouraged by this 63 in Indianapolis. Just a little bit cooler, perhaps slightly more stable than those areas to the west. This may actually help us out. We'll see how things evolve as we get through time, but the air here is certainly cooler. That's not as much energy to work with. It's also slightly drier. That also may work in our favor. But even ahead of the storms, we're going to have gusty winds. Winds right now are gusting to 37 miles per hour for Greencastle. I suspect we'll see some gusts to as high as 40 or 45 miles per hour. That's why we have the wind advisory that's in place through 9 p.m. As far as the timing, here's what we are expecting. The storms will continue to move to the west out of this area where the development is more favorable. They will weaken as they move to the east. Tornadoes are a concern, but so are high winds. Again, the winds are already strong with those even out ahead of the storm. So within those storms, it's going to be on the stronger side. And we're also watching this area to the west, the significant tornado risk area. That just means that we could see some storms, some that produce tornadoes that could be on the strong side, EF2 or stronger. 4 to 11 is the overall time frame. We're kind of within that, but I think we're going to have to maybe push it back just a hair. I'd probably call this 7 to 9, the possibility for some of those rotating thunderstorms to produce a few tornadoes. Again, I'm now watching that southern area to see just how much of this is rotating. Once the storms move on through, look at the low temperature for tonight, 36. It's going to cool down dramatically once the storms move past overnight. And then we only get to 43 for tomorrow. So we're looking at temperatures staying cool for several days. It will bounce back a little bit on Friday. That's not too far off from where we should be for this time of year. But don't be surprised if you see a couple of snowflakes mixed in with some of the rain showers for the early part of the day on your Thursday as that cooler air filters in. After that, we bounce back a little bit on Friday. Friday's not too bad of a day. A little bit cooler as we look to the weekend with a chance of some rain in the evening. We were a little concerned about the storms arriving during the evening commute, but right now, the commute's not looking too bad and the storms are holding off. So we are looking at conditions overall looking pretty good as we take a look at Emerson. Not so bad there. The traffic map will show you pretty calm conditions overall through much of the area. I think we're likely going to see traffic conditions continue that way. As long as the rain holds off, it should just pretty much be relatively light. We are looking at a couple of areas there where we're starting to see a slowdown on 65 southbound as it approaches 865. Otherwise, the typical locations, north and south loop, as you approach those locations, watch for that. And also 465 eastbound approaching Allisonville Road.